What's going on, guys? It is Shay here. Welcome back to another video, and today, everybody, I'm going to be talking about the other many dreams or many other crazy dreams that I've had, in the last couple years, and hell, last couple months actually, since that's the time where I had it the most. I remember I actually attempted to tell some of these stories in my story time, where my weirdest dream ever, like the dream I will never forget. I actually attempted to tell those, but I thought that YouTube would think that it would be too violent for those other stories, and I figured that, okay, I'll just make a video, I'll give it its own video. So this is, a lot of these stories may seem like I'm a freaking psychopath, because, nobody knows who I am on YouTube, but, like, if some people were to look at this video, it'd probably be like, bro, you're fucking crazy. But I need to get down to this, especially when I get to said story, the one that I'm thinking about. So let's go ahead and do this. So with that being said, let's begin. So the first story that I actually have is, I guess we can go ahead and get some of the more, mild ones out the way first. So I remember back in 2018, I was chilling at my grandma's house. I forgot why I was there. I think my mom took me and my brother there. I forgot why. I think because we had to go to my grandma's house every time we used to, every time she used to go to work. Well, at her old job, which she doesn't work at anymore. But yeah, I think we used to go over there, like, I think every weekend, or like every Saturday or some crowd, or every other Saturday, I think. And we would be there and stuff like that. I remember that I think we had gotten there around 5 o'clock in the morning. My grandma was asleep, everybody was asleep, maybe except for my brother, from what I remember. And I remember I fell asleep at one point, and I think I woke up, I think either 45 minutes later or about an hour later. I remember in the dream. Okay, let's start up with the dream. So the dream consisted of, let's go ahead and start off with the people. The dream consisted of my brother and one of my cousins, if not one of my younger cousins. She's 2 years younger than me. But it had those two people in it, and we were at my grandma's house. I don't even think my cousin was over there when the story, when this dream happened. So I think it was, I don't think she was over there, but let's say she wasn't. I remember we were sitting on my grandma's back porch, and we were just chilling. It was, for some reason, nighttime. We were just chilling, just having a little casual conversation. And I remember, out of nowhere, a tornado comes out of nowhere. And for some reason, out of everybody in the group, I was the one to get taken by this tornado. I remember that, not necessarily without warning, I looked back and I saw the tornado, and for some reason, nothing else around the tornado, because when a tornado, no matter what kind of tornado, it could be an F-Zero for all we know, or for all that crap, and it would still be able to take down like some trees. The leaves were moving off the trees and stuff, and the branches and stuff, but nothing was falling off the trees. For the houses, there was nothing falling off of those things either. So out of anything, the tornado comes directly toward my way. It seems like it seemed like that it specifically targeted me, and it came my way, and it sucked me. Oh, pause. But it took me off my, it knocked me off my feet. Like, I think it knocked me onto my stomach. That thing knocked me off my freaking feet. I was like, whoa! I freaking hit the ground, and then I get taken by this tornado. And what made me think that the tornado specifically targeted me is that it went up to me and my cousin, like me, my brother, and my cousin. It took me off my feet and then go right back, and it sucked me up with it. And I remember I was on the ground getting pulled back, just grabbing at the ground saying, guys, come on, please. And then, I remember I was yelling out to them. I was calling out to them like, bro, help me. And then I remember before I actually got sucked up all the way up into the tornado, I wake up. And I remember when I woke up, I woke up I said, and then my brother was like, hey, Chris, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, yeah, it was a weird freaking dream overall. So yeah, that's probably one of the only dreams that I've had, before these past few dreams for this past couple months. So now let's move on to these next few months, roughly 2022, and up to current day, 2023. So now this next story is pretty violent. This is if not one of the most violent dreams, or if not the most violent dream I've ever had. Mostly just due to the fact that it's way out of my character. It is very out of my, like, you know, out of my personality, because I would never do something like this. So disclaimer, I am not fucking crazy. I am not crazy. I am not a lunatic. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not any of those things. I just don't know why this happened, but it happened. Let's just say it freaking happened. And just to let everybody know, give everybody a heads up, I'm not crazy. So let's move on to the story. Or to the dream, I should say. So this dream happened one night when I was just chilling. I think it was the morning. I think it was one morning I was still going to school, and I remember in this dream, my mom. Let's talk about the people in this. My mom, my second, not necessarily my oldest cousin. Well, we're the same age, but you know, she was in there as well. My cousin, let's just say, she was in there as well, and this elderly lady, she looked roughly 70 to about 80 years old. She looked really old, not necessarily really old, she just looked old, like, you know, in her 80s at most. And I remember I woke up, you know, in a grassland, like not necessarily grassland, but like, you know, out here in like a little bitty park. And I wake up and I'm just wondering, like, you know, where am I at? And for some reason, I think it was the only words that I ever said. And after that, I never said anything. I was pretty much a mute throughout the entire dream. And I remember I was walking up to them. I ended up seeing my mom and my cousin, you know, and this group of people, you know, like some sort of gas station type thing. Like, you know, like them gas stations where it's like a little convenience store. It has like them, you know, it's like them old time gas stations in a way. And when we were there, or when they were there, I should say, I walked up to the gas station, and out of nowhere, I pull out a revolver from pretty much the back of my ass, pretty much. I see it in my hand. I just look at it with a cold with a cold look, a blank look on my face. I look at it. Well, before I did that, my mom was like, "Hey, Chris, like, you know, what you doing over here?" And then, you know, my cousin pretty much said the same thing. Like, you know, not the whole "what are you doing over here" thing, but she just pretty much said, you know, "Hey Chris, how you doing?" And I didn't say anything to them. I remember I literally had a stainless steel revolver in my hand. I'm pretty sure it's like a 44 Magnum or some crap. I pull it pretty much from behind, like from out of nowhere, and I look at it and I see the old lady, and I can clearly see her visibly get afraid. Like she clearly looked like she was like mortified pretty much that I had a gun. Like she didn't know what I was going to do with it. And out of nowhere, okay, let me just go in and get through with this. Out of nowhere, really out of character and really out of what I'm really out of bounds of something that I would really do, I shoot her in the chest once with the revolver. And then I think I shot her twice, actually. I freaking shot her in the chest twice. And then, you know, my mom was like, "Chris, what the fuck? What did you do?" And then when I find out what's going on, I run away. Because I remember in the dream, I'm pretty sure I ended up catching on to what I was actually doing. And I remember I'm like, "Oh my God, like, bro, what the freak did I just do?" So with the gun still in hand, I run away from the scene. And no less than about 10 seconds after that, police end up surrounding my ass. And then, you know, they're like, "Hey, put your hands up," and they take the gun from me, and then they put my hands, I put my hands behind my back, they put me in cuffs, and I wake up. And I say, dude, that dream is, if not the most violent dream I ever had, because I said it's very out of bounds for something that I would do. Because as I said, I never in a million years, a day in my fucking life, would I ever do something like that. Because why? I don't even know why I had the dream. I don't know why I've randomly shot an old lady twice. I don't know, dude. And I really hope YouTube does not take this down, because it might think, "Oh my God, this dude's pretty much confessing to a murder." And no, it's not. I'm not confessing to a murder. No, that's not how it is. And one of the other few dreams that I had, not necessarily a bunch of dreams. I don't know, I'm over exaggerating. Oh my God, I had like 20 dreams that were all crazy. No, it's only just been a couple of them. There was another time where it was like a 10-second to about 15-second dream where for some reason I wasn't, it was not me that was in the dream. Well, technically it was me, but I was somebody else in a way. And what I was doing was that it was this little, like, you know, them little like stairs you go up to get to like a room or something. It's like them stairs that leads up to more stairs. You know what I freaking mean? Like, it has the little gates and stuff. There were like 5 other people in there, and excuse me, there was like some person that was a zombie or something. Like, it was a really fast zombie. Them things looked terrifying. First off, them things were all red, pretty much had no, like, you know, no outer skin, you know, just had the freaking, you know, the inner type stuff, you know. They were running hella fast and they were devouring anybody they saw. And I was on the other side from where them other group of people were, and I saw the thing freaking devour them. And then I'm like, oh no, or whoever I was, and I freaking run up the stairs. Next thing you know, because they were close to a shredder, I think. Like, I don't know what the shredder was. I don't think it was for killing people. I don't know. And then I'm just, you know, and then after that, when I kept on hearing them coming closer to me, then it fades to black and comes back up. I'm in, like, the character or the person who I am, I'm in the freaking shredder, about to get freaking shredded up. And I'm in there, I'm like, like, I'm getting freaking shredded and stuff like that, but I didn't feel anything. I felt my skin getting peeled off of me, like getting like torn off of me, but I didn't feel any pain. And I wake up and I'm just wondering, like, what the fuck was that? I'm just wondering, like, what? Like, why am I having these dreams? I should also point out that for that the story where I shot that old lady, I remember telling my brother this, the one who lives here in the house I'm currently living in. Like, I told my brother this, and I'm like, bro, like, what if this is like, is this a sign or something? He's like, Chris, no, it's not no sign. I don't know why I asked him that. And I guess to end off on a lighter note, I guess to end off on a slightly less like sinister story, there was one dream where I remember my baby brother climbing in my bed. Like, in real life, he climbed in my bed. He tends to climb in my bed every morning he wakes up, whenever he's about to go to school or something like that. And especially when I have to watch him, he'll usually climb up into my bed. And I remember in the dream, I remember that all I heard was Last Train Home, like, you know, the version we hear in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Well, you know, the instrumental, like, because I think there's a you know, a one that has the vocals and stuff, but from the one like the like that one, like, I was hearing that, and I heard that, and I remember that me and my baby brother, whose name is Caden, we were just having just a good time. We were hanging out, like, we were like, I know we'd be having, like, you know, I think he, of course, like, you know, this dude's freaking annoying, you know, at times, of course, because this dude's 4, damn, everybody was going to be turning 5 in a couple months. But even though this dude's annoying, this is something that I could imagine us doing in real life, just having a good time, just taking him out to places, you know, just giving him a generally good time. And I remember at the end of the dream, I was hearing the music, dude, and I don't know why, but hearing this kind of makes me want to cry for some reason. I don't know why. And then I remember in the dream, we went to sleep in the same bed that we were just in, that he climbed into, like, in real life. And I remember that, and I remember seeing him right beside me, and I do remember waking up. I don't remember if I smiled, like, if I did a little smirk, like, just to let you know, like, just let me know, like, well, maybe it really did happen. Like, you know, it's I don't know, dude. I would have to, like, you know, act this stuff out, or like describe it in great detail to somebody to how these dreams really went. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. I remember before this, I was gonna tell about the many times that I stole from stores and stuff, and kind of what caused me to stop doing that, like what made me learn my lesson. I might do that at a different time. But yeah, dude, that was the many other freaking dreams that I had that were crazy. Not many, it was about maybe 3 or 4 dreams. But I don't know. As I said, I really hope YouTube does not take this down. And if I think YouTube might take it down, I might have to age restrict this video just for that one story. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. That's gonna do it. So yeah, I'm not crazy. Just saying, I'm not crazy. I would never do something like that in real life. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.